Alright everyone, welcome back. This is Illuminum Tarot coming to you with another reading, and this time for the sign of Pisces. Thank you so much for your altruistic patience on this one, because of course, last but not least, we always read for the Pisces when we go in order. And I guess we're going to go ahead and kick things off. First off, welcome to this channel. If you like what you see here, please like, share and subscribe. Additionally, please note that there are scammers out there in the tarot community impersonating other people and pretending to be them, and giving out false readings, of course scamming people out of their hard-earned cash. So if you can, please block, report them, shun them from the nether worlds of this universe, so that way we can all do our thing in love and light. Anyways, I'm going to be using the Steampunk Tarot today. I'm in a futuristic mood today. I'm going to look at some of the nice lovely cards we've got in this deck. A lot of them are slightly different than the Rider-Waite. And for me, sometimes I really enjoy channeling these. Plus, they shuffle like butter. I love it. So again, I'm going to be reading for the sign of Pisces for the rest of May 2023. Of course, time is fluid. So, when this message arrives to you, if it's something that you find useful, hopefully, you can take something from this reading. I'm getting the channel going and getting everything off the ground, but hopefully we'll get to that stage. Furthermore, I think I like this camera angle the best. Now, I tried to switch it up for the Cancer reading. I felt like it was a bit of a fail because if you knock the stand for the camera or anything, it causes a little bit of chaos, but we'll keep it here for now. Maybe in Taurus, change, bad. No. Anyways, let's get on with it. Reading for a Pisces, the fishies of the zodiac. Just keep swimming. Let's get it. So, what's happening for Pisces for May 2023? What's happening for Pisces for May 2023? What's happening for Pisces for the month of May 2023? What's happening for Pisces for the month of May 2023? What's going on with my scalies? My pesce cows from beneath the sea. Got in the deck. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read using Celtic Cross, and then we'll take it from there. So where is this person currently? Three of Cups. What's the challenge of this? Okay, two challenges. What's in the recent past? What's in the near future? This card came out just for Scorpio not too long ago. What's underneath all of it? What's that for? What is consciously, what are we consciously aware of here? Once again, the moon reverse. I just shuffled it out. I wonder what's going on. Hopefully I shuffled it well enough. Now, how do you see yourself? What's in your environment? Okay, and hopes and fears. Last but not least, the potential outcome. Okay, so clarifying that outcome, clarifying the Nine of Wands reverse. Okay. So a bit of a messy shuffler today, so apologies on that one, but at least the messages did come out. Message that we have at the bottom of the deck, we have we got this message in Scorpio. So if you have Scorpio in your chart, sun, moon, or ascendant, please have a look at that and see if there's anything there for you. But we have the 10 of Swords, basically. It's as bad as it can get. Okay. Again, I feel like all the water signs are just going through it. The universe is throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them. And again, my heart's out to you. Swim strong. Hopefully things will look up. We'll look up for you soon. Now, 10 of Swords indicates an ending of sorts. It's the last stage of completion in the mental processes and the air sign. So you basically, it's as bad as it can get again. And for you, you're just ready to move on to the next cycle, back to that Ace of Swords, that clarity, knowing that you've already gone through the Ace all the way to the 10. Now, right now, what we see is the 3 of Cups. We have 3 of Cups, 3 of Submarines in this deck. And we do see a kind of celebration of sorts. Someone wanting to reunite with someone or to reconcile with someone. So indicates, in some ways, a love reading right off the bat. But what's blocking that is this, the Hermit card, which is the inventor here. Now, the Hermit basically goes within to find the answers that they need in order to clarify a situation or to gain light or enlightenment on a specific circumstance within their life. And then once they emerge from that, then they can have a greater sense of wisdom that allows them to proceed with knowledge on how best to tackle that situation. But if this is in the challenge, along with justice. Now, when the two of these are together as the challenge, you have the Hermit and you have justice. This is all about a person who is seeking to find some kind of fairness in their life. They're going within to try to rectify or to find a solution to something that they feel was very unfair, and to eventually reconcile or to come together with a person. Now, call me crazy, but we have 2 people. This is a person who spends all their time alone to reflect and think about what's going on in their life. And then here you have justice, which could also indicate the marriage card or someone bound by a contract. And it, to me, kind of seems like a person who was recently married, now getting through this marriage or divorce or whatever is taking place, because these did come out in the reverse. So it's a person who's divorced. They've come out of a contractual agreement or a relationship, and they're now trying to get out of this Hermit energy, or they're refusing to get the illumination that the Hermit energy provides, and they're refusing to see things from the right light. Now, this is very similar to the suspension tank, except this is on the earthly plane. So this is done through the sign of Virgo, which is also the 6th house. This is your routines, your health, your lifestyle that you do on a daily, mundane basis. Notwithstanding this card here, which indicates the end of a sense of unfairness, a sense of wrongness about the situation, and now a separation. And yet there's a person who refuses to go within and find out maybe what happened on their end, or potentially what happened in the relationship itself that led to the separation. And instead, they're desiring right now a reconciliation. So the challenge now is, instead of worrying about the external, looking out for that reconciliation with whoever this person is, whether it's a family member. Indicated here, I would say it's a spouse that was recently separated from, and this person is having a very difficult time being alone in the process. Now, that said, it could also be a long-term relationship as well. That said, we're going to go into what happened in the recent past. A failure. This is a person that is no longer receiving the attention they used to. This is a person who has sees themselves as being unsuccessful in an endeavor that they try to embark on. And this is a person who lacks the confidence to, to see it through. Now, we need to understand exactly what a failure is. Failures are the steps to success, in my opinion. You've heard about the gurus, all the people who do the self-help books, and they say, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. I think that's what Michael Jordan said. And I think this person may have taken one shot, bounced off the rim, and now they're just like a phooey, and they just kind of move away from the court and just sulk or, feel bad about their efforts that they made. So maybe this person lacks the confidence to understand their own worth and their own value. We're going to clarify this a little bit. Yeah. This is Six of Cups and the King of Pentacles reversed. So you have a person who is thinking about themselves, thinking about the past, thinking about what could have been, this failure, when you couple it with the Six of Wands reversed and the Six of Cups. You have two sixes here. Sixes are about harmony and equal exchange, give and take. And while this person does not feel the confidence that they need, they're still giving their emotional energy to this situation, which means that they're reminiscing about a person that they lost or reminiscing about a situation that used to be good. But now that reminiscing has led them to this state of kind of disarray. Either they live in a messy environment or they have horrible kind of lifestyles. This can be excess. This can be a lack. But I'm getting the energy of a little bit of excess or disarray. Let's say that. In the upright, the King of Pentacles gets his work done, solves problems, makes sure that things happen, saves their money, becomes abundant. And in this situation here, reverse, this person doesn't feel that way. Or maybe they're working internally to try to get that. And you see the King of Pentacles actually rules over the people in this airship or in this Leviathan that he's piloting right now. And they're awaiting his orders. Now, in this particular situation, this person is unable to command their own life in the physical realm, which is their money, their resources, their time, their energy that they put towards things, or their environment, the physical things that they constantly interact with. So a person sat worrying about the past, thinking on the past, not necessarily feeling confident, and kind of a bit of a mess on the material plane. This indicates a person who could be, I don't see the Seven of Cups just yet, but we'll get into it, but a person that could be using substances to run away from their problems. This could be a person who is just sulking in darkness, not necessarily thinking about what they need to do on a day-to-day basis in their environment, which, of course, was evidenced by the Inventor or the Hermit, which indicates Virgo in energy. So currently, right now, what we have energy-wise, we have Virgo, Libra, and we'll get to Moon, which is Cancer, and another Cancer card. So we see Cancer, Libra, and Virgo. And I don't see any other major arcana at this particular moment, but we'll carry on. So that was in the past. In the near future, did I pull a card for the near future? Yes, I did. That was actually here. So let me see. I'm getting things a bit mixed up here. So just to be sure, I'll pull another card. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If I get things mixed up, it's a bit late. Okay. We have a third six here. And let me just put this King of Pentacles off to the side. Because maybe I got them mixed up. It should be over here. But if we're clarifying that, we have the Four of Pentacles reverse, and we have the Six of Swords reverse. Now, this is a person who is letting go, and this is a person who's having difficulty letting go. Whatever was materially binding this person to the person or the thing that they lost in the past, they're having very, very difficult time moving on to new waters with this. And I don't know, maybe there's, it's so weird. I normally don't get confused when I read these kind of readings. You know, I may stumble or fumble at my words a bit. And in this particular one, it's feeling like I'm all over the place. So I'm getting a little bit of that King of Pentacles reversed energy right here. And it feels very disorganized in this person's life, this particular Pisces life. Now, people always accuse Pisces of being very disorganized, scatterbrained, you know, needing to get in touch in reality, but potentially whatever has happened in this person's life has triggered that. And now they're worried about everything but the material existence that they need to be in. They're having their feet on the ground, dealing with day-to-day life. It feels like an energy of trying to escape that. So that way they can delve within the emotional side. And in the near future, I see a person saying, okay, maybe if I take the first steps to try to get through this, maybe I can let this go, but it's going to be a struggle. You have earth, you have air. So if you have earth or air in your chart, try to leverage those two so that way you can get through this. Use your abundant material resources in order to let go of the heartache, the pain that has been caused by this particular situation. As we have here, a ship. You may even want to take a trip somewhere. Let go, kind of get away from the negative situation that you find yourself stuck in, and maybe recalibrate would be potentially useful or helpful for you. And then also, as you take this journey, because this is also another boat card or an airship card, this is a journey towards a new land, a new opportunity. And that process of moving from one side, which is pain, to the new side, which is calm and peace, in this particular reading, does not seem like it's going to be an easy endeavor for this person. Now, why is that so? We had a bunch of cards just like kind of fumble out a bit. So I'm going to read these two. So you have the Nine of Swords, Nine of Airships here, and then the Moon reversed. Both of these are reversed. Externally, the way this person shows themselves, what they're consciously aware of, is right now they want to get over the mental anguish that has taken place within their life that they find themselves bound to and stuck. Now, we don't have the devil here, but I do find devilish energy afoot with this particular reading. You have the Nine of Airships, this person watching their life burn before their eyes. And then the Moon, which is the illumination of that, the uncovering of a secret or something that has remained hidden for quite some time. So this slow illumination of what life is like is probably keeping this person stuck in this energy of, oh, let's run away, let's get back to the past, the way things were when they were good. Underneath all of this, at the very core of this particular Pisces, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Lady of Leviathans, as it is here, and the Ten of Engines. It is a difficult task to get this person, to get their feet firmly planted back on the ground, to get organized, restructured, and reordered so that the way they can focus on nurturing themselves, creating, being plentiful and bountiful, like the feminine energy of this earth sign. I kind of look at the Queen of Pentacles almost like a little mini empress, similar to the Nine of Pentacles. But in this is a very difficult endeavor because you have the Ten of Wands next to that. Getting grounded in life is a very difficult slog every single day. And it can feel like you wake up and you look around and you say, fuck me, why is this so difficult? But at your very core, I do see you trying to move on and do that. And you can do that through your environment. The little things that you do every day, as as done with the inventor or the hermit, which is, again, tapping into that routine, going in, trying to understand, rather than wasting your time on the nostalgia of the past. Use that mental clarity and that emotional energy to actually peer into what it is that you need to process to get past this pain. Use that through your everyday situation. Now, me personally, this was something I had to do in my personal life. I had a very difficult breakup. And difficult breakups are always terribly difficult to deal with, of course. I need to find some new adjectives for that anyways. But they can be very daunting tasks to get through. But one of the first things you can do is, number one, accept the reality for what it is, that material energy here, being receptive to the reality that is around you. And then using your everyday affairs to fill that back with the love that you find is going to be necessary to make you feel healed and whole again. Now, for one of the things I used to do, I would visit my favorite places in London or in different parts of the UK. And then I would try to find hobbies, find things that I enjoyed, riding bikes, studying new things, learning about history, and so on. And that got me into a routine, a habit, like the hermit, of rediscovering myself. Because oftentimes when we're in relationships where we give so much to someone from the past, and then that person betrays us, or they leave us out in the cold, or they make us feel disorganized, and they make us feel like we have lost a part of ourselves over the years, catering to the other person. We now lose that person, and now we've lost quite a bit of ourselves. Now, nothing can exist in a vacuum, and what I see here is a person that is trying to repiece themselves back together after this difficult loss. You can't do it with the cups. You can't do it with the Six of Cups, because that's in the past. Now, you have to move forward in this difficult journey with the Four of Pentacles reversed and the Six of Swords reversed. Letting go and finally moving on, no matter how difficult it is. You have two cards indicating that. Letting go, moving on, even if it's difficult. Rediscovering yourself, working together, even though it's very difficult. The Ten of Wands here. Now, that said, we're going to look into your own specific energies. Who are you in this reading? Four of Wands reversed with the Messenger of Pentacles, or the Page of Pentacles here. Beautiful cards. And I see here an 11. An 11, in a sorts, is a gateway. And there are little signs here, little 11s. As you see, the page is learning how to build this cicada, this mechanical cicada, or whatever it is. It's a messenger, where he puts the messages inside the bug, and then that bug travels and delivers it to someone. But you have 11, and what is 11? It's a portal, it's a gateway. And that portal is a chance for you to learn, or to discover, or to manifest something new. And yet here, we have another 1111 card, which is the Four of Wands. Now, when you look at the Rider-Waite Tarot, you see that the Four of Wands is actually an 1111 card. It's a gateway where they walk through and then they find a new phase in their life. I see a person here who is learning, firstly, how to become stable again, because everything around them, as evidenced in what we've just talked about, seems so unstable and so ungrounded and so imbalanced. And here we have that same card of imbalance. Four of Wands reversed is a card of imbalance or breakup of a home situation, or even a moving card. If you're currently moving right now, this may be of use for you. Nevertheless, You're learning how to do that, even if it's difficult, even if things around you seem chaotic. You're learning how to do that, and you're taking the necessary steps to do so. And that little message that you deliver here to yourself is, we can do this. We can do this. I know it's hard. I wake up every day. It's not easy. I'm still processing what happened in the past, but I can do this. I have faith in this new lesson that I'm learning, in the new challenges that I've learned from the past. This gateway, this portal to understanding and enlightenment, this awakening, which is evidenced by the number 11, is giving me the opportunity to build something of substance, because we have an earth card here. We have, underneath everything, an earth card here with the Queen of Pentacles. We have this Captain of Pentacles here, or this King of Pentacles here. And then you have the Four of Pentacles reversed. So there is a need to rebuild stability in your life on the material level, not solely on the emotional level, but on the material. And that will guide you to becoming whole again. So if you've lost a job, if you've separated from someone, now you're moving out. If you are getting your finances stable after a period of difficulty from any situation or scenario, think back to that Page of Pentacles. What is it that I can learn that will get me to a bit more financial stability, moving from the Page to the Knight, taking the steps to the Queen, which is here, getting stable and grounded, nurturing that, all that you've built. And then finally to the King, which was here, turning these cards right side up and making them whole again, making them useful so that you can have a firm foundation to stand on despite losing everything at a specific point in your life. It's a very daunting task, but I think you can do it. Now we're moving on. Your environment. Chariot reverse. Triumph in this, and it seems to me like you're not able to triumph. Money may be slow. You may be dealing a little bit with delays, obstacles. You may be dealing with a person who's potentially causing you to feel blocked. But in this, as it's a major arcana, it feels ordained by the heavens, and it seems potentially like you feel that everything around you is causing some kind of block. Why is it so difficult? Why am I feeling, removed from my potential goal or my plan? But I think it needs clarity on what that goal is. Because it's calling for you to have stability, but in the past you were focused mostly on the failure. So your environment, you being the microcosm, and your environment expressing that as the macrocosm. If you think you're a failure, and if you think solely on the past with no sight on the future, you're going to manifest that in your environment as the blockage, as the failure, the lack of movement forward. And again, looking at the bottom of the deck, we have another message. We have the Three of Swords. So this lack of movement forward is also what's causing this pain that you are dealing with. But it's not necessarily manifesting in your environment because of your environment. It's manifesting from within. And I'm a firm believer that the way we manifest things within ourselves, and the way we think, feel, and react shows the universe the instructions it needs to take you to the next phase of your life, for better or worse. Some people call it manifestation. I call it communicating with the universe as to what it can do, because it is a very obedient, force, despite what people think. Oh, woe is me. If you think woe is me, yes, that is going to be what manifests in your life. If you think I can do this, then you will take the necessary steps. And I've gone through my own issues in life where I felt that it was insurmountable difficulties, and yet I was able to make it by cultivating a positive mindset. So I do to an extent believe in the art of manifestation, and I think it is a very helpful, useful, and pragmatic tool to manifesting life. Don't manifest heartache. Don't manifest blockages by focusing on what you don't have through this lack mentality. I would say focus on what you do have, and you'll eventually come out of it. So, moving on, because reading is getting quite long. We have the Five of Swords in this particular card. That is your hope and your fear. There's a bit of paranoia I feel when I see this card, because it's a person who feels defeated. So that could be the fear, feeling defeated again, getting fucked over again, having to deal with more conflict, more chaos, more negativity in life from external sources again. This could be internal conflict as well. But if we were to see this as a hope, you have the moon in this card, and you have the moon as how you see yourself, illuminated. Now, in this, despite all the chaos, the conflict, the fighting around you, the moon is out here to illuminate your path. Use your intuition, and I think that you'll be able to overcome any difficulties that you face in life. And this will give you the chance to actually guide yourself towards what it is that you actually seek. Again, focus on the internal. That will manifest the external. Focus on the intuition that comes within, rather than focusing that energy on, a reconciliation or, thinking of nostalgia from the past, thinking of what you've lost. Use that emotional energy to help guide you out of this conflict, out of this difficult time. Even if you go back to like Egyptian mythology or something, I like to think about the myth of Osset, where she finds Osiris, and he's disembodied into 14 pieces, and then she represents intuition, the ninth sphere in the Kabbalah, which in turn creates the reunification of the divine by piecing together things using intuition and experiencing, gaining that knowledge, that clarity from within to experience divine knowledge. Take that from this Five of Swords. I don't know why that's coming into my mind. Of course, why do I keep saying that? It's coming into my mind because that's what my intuition tells me. I should take a page from this as well. Use your intuition to guide you throughout the chaos, the conflict in your life, and you'll find all the answers that you seek. That's also what the Hermit does. That's your challenge. So your challenge, you can overcome that by using that intuition. This is a full moon too. And it's the only thing really shining in this other than the chaos and the conflict around. Use that intuition. Don't pay attention to the other lights here, which is an explosion, which is lights from an enemy ship, which is gunfire, all of these. Don't let those distract you in your path. Let the light of the moon guide you to your path forward. Then you can overcome this triumph issue, this blockage in your path forward, which is also Cancer, which is also indicative of the moon. Use the moon to guide you. Don't let it block you. Furthermore, at the very end of this, we have the Nine of Engines, Nine of Wands, reverse. This is a card of letting go. This is a card of saying to myself or to you, it's time to let the guard down. I mean, you can only do so much. Now it's time for you to just kind of rest and relax. Think about all the things that you're holding on to, and allow yourself just for a second to feel that if you were to let those things go, how easier and how difficult, how much better your life would become. And I see this kind of as a bit of a warning here. Should you continue on the current path that you're on, which is potentially overthinking a past situation, being stuck in a past situation, focusing a lot of your energy and your time, your resources, your emotional energy, not your physical energy. The emotional energy that you invest in the past is affecting your physical energy, your material abundance now. And you're aware of this, but you have to then focus your consciousness on getting out of that. Now, when you have the Page of Cups reversed, and then you have two pages, actually, I didn't see that. You have the Page of Cups and you have the Page of Swords, both reversed, coming out at the same time with the Nine of Vengeance reversed. If you continue on this path, essentially what you'll do, you'll become disconnected, and then you'll also become double disconnected, but you'll want to become bitter about the situation. You could end up becoming, experiencing things vicariously by spying on people, by looking at what else is taking place in other people's life, comparing yourself to them, and then eventually creating that further downward spiral. So it's important to stay, to step back from the mental and the emotional and try to get a bit more grounded and practical. This is something I think that many Pisceans can benefit from. No matter where your Pisces is in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, I'm focusing for this. You can also focus on it. Some readers do it, I think, for the Venus sign. But you being a water sign, you need Earth to grow. You need Earth to incubate all the great ideas and the success that you need, or that you can experience in your life. That is that creative, force that helps to coddle the creativity within your life, is the material abundance that allows for those things to happen. So whether that's having the correct finances, having a home, being in a stable, steady environment, or having some kind of routine that benefits you on a daily basis, whether that's exercise, eating healthy, things of that nature. Cultivate that, and then you'll have kind of a cup, because cups are made of earth, they're made of metal, they're made of material, and you can't really drink unless you have that cup. And of course, you can stick your head in the river, but that could be a bit perilous. But think about what it takes for you to cultivate that life, rather than focusing on the waters. Focus on the earth surrounding the waters. What is it in your life that you have built? And we see this in the Ten of Pentacles. What have you built in your life that has created some kind of permanence or legacy? Something that you can say is mine, 100% mine, or something that I want to work towards. Focus on the material and build that legacy. And you can avoid these two cards. You're not going to stand by idly and watch everyone else's success. You're not going to stand by dejected and emotionally closed off. You have shown me, you want to come out of that, and you want to build some kind of, you want to gain illumination. And then additionally, you want to come out of this negative mindset where you are worried, anxious, losing sleep over things. You want to come out of the unstuck energy, which then feeds the pain. You want to come out of the emotional and the mental prison that you are building for yourself. And you're going to use that earth to build a house, a legacy, a permanence, something that you can call home. I always think about the Linkin Park song, Somewhere I Belong. That's coming into my mind right now. I don't know why I do know why I'm hearing the lyrics and the song to that. I want to feel like I'm close to something real. I want to let go of all the pain I felt so long. That's what I'm getting when I hear the song. And that rhymes weird. Okay. Anyways, enough of my banter. I'm going to go ahead and pull three oracle cards from the deck. And we'll close up the reading here. Advice for Pisces. Advice for Pisces for the month of May 2023. there. All right. First card of advice for Pisces. It's time to take action. This is kind of what we were talking about. New moon in Aries. So you don't see the time in which you feel that this action can take place, but you're getting there. Fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Wow, you have the new moon and the full moon in Aries. It'd be weird if you pulled another Aries card here. Okay. Show the world the real you. So if you have Aries or Aquarius in your chart, please also pay attention to that as well. First thing, it's time to take action. So new moon, that means a new cycle taking place within your life. You are waiting for the darkness to pass in order to pass into the light. The Aries also being first energy of the zodiac, the new spring that springs forth, the infant, which springs forth from the darkness within the womb, the universe, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, and begins to accomplish the things that they need. You know, they may stumble through life, they may knock things over, they may spill their milk, but an infant eventually grows into a toddler, which then grows into an adult. And as you know, as an adult, we accumulate all of the lessons that we gained in our formative years as a child. Think about that. These are your formative years that allow you to build a new foundation for your life. You are an infant, a child, all over again, learning exactly what it takes to live again. No longer trapped by the immaterial, but you are now building in the material. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. Once you move and you take the action, you will notice that your life will begin to feel much more abundant. That energy, that Aryan energy, will actually accumulate and build into a full moon, a full sense of self. Your intuition will increase on how to do things the more you use it. From that Five of Swords that's there, you'll begin to take more risk in your life. You'll be able to build the things that you want in your life as well when you finally start tapping into that lunar energy. And I don't know why I'm getting that, but Pisces, you know, your card is the moon here, hands down. I mean, when it's in the upright, that's you, and that's at the crown of your entire reading. You're gaining that illumination. You're using the light of the moon to illuminate your path, not necessarily to obscure it. Take that as kind of a lesson. Use your own energy to guide yourself through this, not in a negative sense where you're focusing and daydreaming and, you know, distracting yourself with illusions, but come into the light of your own lunar energy. Now, I know the moon is also for Cancer, but in this card, the moon is Pisces. Show the world the real you. Once you finally get to this fiery climax, then you can actually, you know, start to become your full authentic self. You will gain the social circles that you need. You'll come out of the darkness. You'll be able to show who you are to the real world in a, you know, in a work sense, in a romantic sense. In all areas of your life, you will be a full and abundant like this moon to show who you really are. Once you regain that confidence, which is so prevalent in Aries. So as your advice, you're getting Aries cards. But in the recent past, you were actually very lacking in confidence. And thinking about that quite a bit, which was setting everything off kilter for you. And being an emotional sign as a Pisces, wherever it's placed in your chart. This is something that you have to watch out for. If your emotions are off, everything else is off. And that's where you need to get that groundedness, that stability in the earth, in the material world, to give yourself some stability and cup and cuddle you, make a cradle for your new life as an infant, reborn in these different lunar cycles, so that you can become your full authentic self. We've talked quite a bit. I cannot believe I've just reached about 45 minutes Holy crap. Anyways, thanks so much for joining. Once again, this is Illuminum Tarot. If you like what you saw here, please give a like, share, and subscribe. Please also note that if you want a personal reading, I do have personal readings available, hopefully at competitive rates. They are in British pounds, so I guess you have to do the conversion there. But anyways, thanks so much for joining once again, and I'll see you at the next go around. I'm going to think about some other things that I'd kind of like to cover in these tarot readings, so that way you guys can get a decent amount of insights out of these, hopefully, if they help. And thanks so much again. Take care, and until next time.